Mabuhay, this is Bob from Love Beyond the Sea. I was looking through some of my comments and I pulled this one out, and I'm going to respond to that because I think it fits into my channel, Love Beyond the Sea. And this is a comment from a gentleman that says, that's because you can't take care of yourself. You need a babysitter. And this was in response to me saying that my wife was indispensable to me. And I cherished every day with her. And that's absolutely true. And I've been saying that for, I've been having this channel for over 5.5 years. And so I've been saying that for that duration. And it's not because I'm weak. It's not because I need a babysitter. So I want to just touch on this a little bit. Please leave your comments. Of course, those are always welcome. I have a book called Meant to Be, A Match Made in Heaven that's available in that link on Tik Tok in the comments and description on the YouTube channel, the affiliate link there. If you're interested in knowing where I got married and the place that I recommend personally, Christian Filipina, the affiliate link is there, and I've got lots of playlists. I have like 1,540 plus videos on YouTube, and so I need playlists to try to make it easier for people to find things. But as far as this babysitter idea, I haven't had a babysitter for, probably 55 years. And what babysitters do is they provide care for children. So that doesn't apply here to the comment that you can see there on the screen. Prepares healthy meals. Well, honestly, my wife and I, she doesn't really cook much for me. We've got different schedules. I didn't get married till I was 53, so I was very set in my ways. It seems like I only eat about 8 foods anyway. But I'm healthy. They're just good foods, and that's good enough for me. So that one really doesn't check off the list. She, a babysitter that is, maintains a daily schedule. I don't need my wife for that, so wrong again. Light housework is something that a babysitter could be asked to do, and I do that, but myself, my wife does too. That's just being married, so no big deal there. Babysitters can help with homework and tutoring. My wife doesn't help me with that. I'm long gone from school. My wife, despite working, 5-6 days a week, what did she work last week? About 56 hours last week, not counting the work that she does at home for work on her laptop. So adding a few more hours a week there. And then she's going to school on top of that. So anybody needs somebody to take care of them, it's my wife. 3 more months of this hectic schedule. And we're both going to be very, very, very happy Phil M couple. Also, babysitters, they try to keep children fed, safe, and entertained. So I don't really need my Filipino wife for that. Also, let's see. Providing care. Well, babysitters provide care, and that's what I do. Now, he didn't say I got her for a caretaker. Some people do, and she's not a babysitter. I actually try to provide as much care for my wife, which is, I think, one of the reasons why we have a successful marriage. When she's going through this work and school, I try to do everything I can to care for her. Physically, mentally, emotionally. I try to help her remember doctor's appointments and to get those appointments and pick up prescriptions for her, run errands for her, cooking for her. If she says, "Hon, can you make me some eggs or some rice?" Well, I go up and do that because I just assume that's going to be something that she doesn't have time for. She spends about 16 hours a day between work and school, so I'm helping her as much as I can. That's just what married people do. I think of it as servant leadership. I've mentioned this in my videos before. My role as a husband is to be a servant leader to my wife. And I think if more men looked at it that way, instead of what they can get from their wife or their Filipino wife, then the marriage would be better. So servant leadership, that's what I need to do. Caretaker, maybe they meant caretaker, but they said babysitter, but that doesn't even apply either. I married my wife to be good to her. I had needs, and she's meeting those needs. Now, if I live long enough, and I'm going to be 62 here in about 2 weeks, maybe if I lived another 20 years, I don't know, it seems old, it seems like a long time, she could become a caretaker to me. And she's probably totally okay with that. In the Philippines, when I was there the first time, I saw family who the husband had been injured, I think it was an injury, paralyzed. And I felt really bad for him, but he had his loving wife there to take care of him. And that's part of the culture. They do want to take good care of their husbands. I didn't marry her for that. That's just a side benefit for making a good choice in who to marry. I married to be good to her, but I reap the benefits also. I don't pay my wife anything, like a babysitter would want to get paid. I have no idea what they make these days. And it's a good job. I needed a wife, not a babysitter. That's when I went to Christian Filipina in 2015, met my wife on the 5th day, and immediately set up a video chat. 17 days later, I proposed to her. And I went to the Philippines, and for the purpose of marrying her in 10 days, and I met her and her family and her friends, and I thought, I really made a good choice. Now, over 8 years later, she's more amazing than I thought she was at the time. So I waited a long time, I prayed, I didn't give up, and I found a really amazing woman. Got married in only 54 days, not because I was in a rush to get a babysitter, but some men just aren't going to understand until they find love beyond the sea.